Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Holding its place as having one of the oddest titles in Hong Kong movie history, Blue Jean Monster is a ghostly crime comedy that gives us the rare chance to see the late Shing Fui On play the heroic leading man. Arriving on screens over 30 years ago, the Blue Jean Monster is something of a rarity from the golden days of Hong Kong cinema. Blending gross-out horror with daft comedy and solid action sequences, the film tells the story of a cop who gets gunned down and crushed after a triad shootout. But when he is magically brought back to life during a lightning storm, albeit with new monstrous abilities and a little help from a cat, Shing sets out to seek revenge on those who took him down while trying to figure out if he's still human or not and stick around long enough to see the birth of his first child. Offering elements of Dead Heat, Robocop, Frankenstein and even Crank to some degree, the film was directed by the often forgotten Ivan Lai, with Blue Jean Monster being his second directorial effort after Danny Lee's Thank You Sir, which would also feature Shing Fui On. From here, Lai would go on to direct Erotic Ghost Story 3, Daughter of Darkness 1 and 2, Ancient Chinese Whorehouse, The Imp, Keen of Debt Collecting Agent, and Troublesome Night 9, with Yuen Biao's poorly received Boxer Story being his very last. Loved by many, this wild Hong Kong flick has garnered somewhat of a cult following since its release, making over 2.5 million Hong Kong dollars in its opening week and still proving to be as entertaining today as it was over 30 years ago. Known as Big Silly Head to many, Shing Fui On was unusually tall by Chinese standards, which helped him to come across even more intimidating in many of his roles as a villain. Although he worked as an extra at the Shaw Brothers studio from his mid-teens, Shing would make his debut in Lo Wei's Back Alley Princess in the late 1970s. From there, the likeable and hugely enjoyable actor went on to star in almost 240 films before his death in 2007 at the age of 54 due to cancer. Flexing his acting chops between hardcore gangster thrillers to rom-coms and martial arts epics to nonsensical comedies, fans would always take notice when Shing appeared on screen, catching him in hit films such as A Better Tomorrow, Legacy of Rage, Rich and Famous, Prison on Fire, Dragons Forever, Tiger on the Beat, Just Heroes, God of Gamblers, An Eternal Combat, Ebola Syndrome, A Rascal's Tale, and so much more, with Blue Jean Monster being only one of 22 films he would star in 1991. Here, as the titular character of the show, Shing is a joy to watch as the tough cop with a heart who only wants to please his pregnant wife, yet often finds himself in unfortunate situations, as well as having to deal with his newfound powers while he tries to find the very men that took him down. Shing is joined by a fun cast of co-stars, including the wonderful Pauline Wong as his wife Chu, delivering another great performance that eventually sees her pulled into the action. Although she returned to the scene in 2011 for a role in The Fortune Buddies, Wong would initially spend a decade in the business and went on to star in almost 40 movies, including Philip Chan's dark thriller Nightcaller, Love with the Perfect Stranger, Rich and Famous 1 and 2, Spiritual Love, Long Arm of the Law 2, The Spooky Family, and The Peacock Keen, which would see her star alongside the beautiful Gloria Yip, who also joins her here again as the mischievous Gucci. Although she had only been on the scene for a few years, Yip had already gained quite a following, having starred in the aforementioned Peacock Keen and its sequel Saga of the Phoenix, as well as Michael Hoy's Chicken and Duck Talk, Jackie Chan's Miracles, and others. While still going strong today, her filmography is certainly not as vast as most Hong Kong stars of the same era, with Yip going on to star in films such as Saviour of the Soul, Story of Ricky, The Cat, Pink Bomb, Flying Dagger, and The Gods Must Be Funny in China, returning to work with director Ivan Lai one more time in the aforementioned Boxer story alongside Yoon Pyo. The underrated T.Y. Kit, who had also starred alongside Shing in Thank You Sir, Don't Fool Me and the fantastic triad drama A Rascal's Tale the same year, co-stars as the oddly named Power Steering, a muse of Shing's character whose cheekiness often causes problems between the married couple when he moves in after hitching up with Gloria. And prolific Japanese actor Kunemura Jun, star of over 200 titles including hit films such as The Wailing, Kill Bill, Kate, Black Rain, Hard Boiled, Ichi the Killer, Treasure Hunt, and Godzilla Final Wars, appears as a relentless gang boss who initially puts a bullet in Shing, later kidnapping his wife to torture her while she births their child. While a host of other recognisable faces grace the screen throughout the story, viewers will no doubt relish in seeing Amy Yip's cameo as Death Rays, the jovial sex worker who really milks her role. Presented by the prolific Choi Lam and produced by Jonathan Choi, the duo behind films such as the Erotic Ghost Story trilogy and Story of Ricky, among many others, Blue Jean Monster may well be remembered for its wilder moments of gross humour and shocking monster madness, but it also benefits from some great moments of action courtesy of action choreographer Pauline Wong from the Jackie Chan stunt team, Shaw Brothers legend and mighty venom Philip Kwok, and car stunt supremo Bruce Law, along with the talented Ridley Choi and Kong Long, who both assist. While it'll never be rated as one of the greatest, it's fair to say that Blue Jean Monster is a hugely enjoyable rarity that sums up just what made Hong Kong cinema so exciting and interesting to many.